Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I have my friend once again back on. What is your name, sir?
Mr. Smooth, if you are following YouTube channels.
Honestly, yes, guys.
Check it. Yeah, to work with you again, Mr. All Pure Yu-Gi-Oh, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Smooth. And look, what'd you do today? What'd you do today, Mr. Smooth?
We tried out Kashtira because the new cards are out, and where's Connor? Connor!
Oh, here he is.
Get your ass over. Shout out to this guy who got me all the rest of the cards I needed. He brought a case here today.
Love that. Yeah, there's some stuff over there for sure.
My boy's gotta play cash money, bro.
All that pile of stuff over there is the case remnants.
Crazy, man. What was your record?
X-1.
X-1, perfect. You did say that. My mistake. Look, before we get started, any other shout outs you want to give?
Biggest one to Connor. Connor and Matt for always being the ones playtesting, Rogue Games giving us the venue, and everybody else for correcting me on these new cards, because new set out today. We read sometimes, but not all the time.
Hey man, we gotta perfect it before we go to regional season in YCS. Well look, let's get right into it.
Great, go right on into the main deck. Pretty much everybody by now should know what Fenrir and Unicorn
I hope so.
do. Search a monster, search a Kashtira, spell trap, banish, banish face down from the field, face down from the extra deck. The new one that is integral for the combo is the Kashtira Rise Heart. There's Rise Heart and there's a Rise Heart, so have fun with that with your opponent's names. The main reason for this one is because it can become level 7 by banishing a Kashtira card from your deck, which you're usually gonna banish the Big Bang, which so that becomes level 7, and then Big Bang adds you one of these back from underneath Shangri-La, which is the main part of the combo. And these next two we play. Teal'c Kashtira and Scareclaw Kashtira. The ratios on these really depend on your own personal preference. I just decided to go to 1 because I kind of had to throw the deck together when I went here, and then we're just testing this out. So new deck. I think one of these works each because you can play more if you want to play around more stuff like this. This can attack while it's in defense mode, so that can out Baguska and other stuff. And this can mill both yourself and your opponent, so you can load up your graveyard if you need, or just get rid of stuff from your opponent's deck if they're not a graveyard deck. But the main thing you have these for is both the extra body, and if you draw the Big Bang, this is how you banish it from your hand, because they summon themselves by banishing a Kashtira card from your hand or grave. So you never want to draw this, but if you do, this is how you get rid of them, to be able to do that in addition to the extra body. And yeah, that is the monster portion of that. For the spells, the new field spell, the Wraith Soth, plus the one terraforming to get it. This is basically the Teal'c field spell, but for Kashtira. It adds a Kashtira name on activation. And then for every different attribute on the field, I actually discovered this in the middle of the game, and it actually helped me close one out. For every different attribute on the field, rather than just your field, so it includes your opponent as well, every monster you have gains 100 attack and defense. So I mean all the different attributes you play in this deck: earth, water, fire, wind, plus all your opponent's monsters.
Yeah.
Your stuff gets big, and then when Shangri-La uses one of its effects, you can pop another card in the field that ends up coming up to help clear the field. The next best card, Theosis. This is basically E-Telly for the deck. You target one you control and you summon one with a different attribute from the deck, so target an earth, summon a wind, etc., etc. Birth, everyone should, this one's been out already, but this is normal summon level 7s without attributing, reborn 1 from grave or banished, and then I actually I lost the game because I forgot the other effect, that if your opponent activates a spell while you have a Kashtira, then you can banish 3 cards from their grave face down. So don't do what I did, remember that exists. And then the one Big Bang, this is really the only brick in the deck. You don't want to draw this because you want to send this from deck for the combo, and that's really it for that portion. And instead of playing other hand traps or board breaker stuff, I did decide to go with the Adventure Engine in this deck, actually, because this deck just gets screwed by a board breaker. Your opponent draws a Dark Ruler, they draw Book of Eclipse, they resolve Kirkiri Incarnate. You need an Omni negate, so people are either playing this or they're playing Barone. But the problem with playing Barone is you need a normal summonable hand trap that's level 3. So you gotta play Bill, you gotta play Ogre, you gotta play Ash, and then you have to draw it, and you gotta waste your normal summon on it, which you generally don't care about wasting your normal summon, but you'd rather use it for if you have to birth, summon another one, or you have to there are situations where you have to summon Rise Heart, the level 4. So you really rather not do that. This is just way more consistent. I understand it's a lot of space because I mean this is 9 cards which you can use for
average for
stuff.
hand traps anyway. So I mean, it makes sense.
So I mean, I just decided to dedicate space to that. Also because I remembered that I have ulti water enchantress, so just had to bust them out real quick because why not?
Yeah, right.
For the hand traps, I actually discovered that I'm only playing 2 shifter today. I probably should have been playing 3, but I had to put the deck together real quick. So apparently I was only playing 2, so would be playing 3. Dark Ruler and Talents to help break the boards. Only 2 ofs each because I had to make space for everything else in the deck. Because 3 Prosperity is better. You can dig for all these. You can resolve this once or twice, and you really don't end up caring. And you'd rather the consistency in this deck than anything else.
Makes sense.
This is the main deck. The extra deck. The mandatory 2. Most of these are going to be 2 ofs since Kashtira is coming up and your extra deck is going to get ripped. You got to play 2 ofs of a lot of these. That way you don't lose them to the if your opponent's on Unicorn, if your opponent's on Mind Hacker. We got the 2 Shangri-La and the 2 this is Arise. Sorry. I'm already tripping over these names.
It's all good.
This one's been out for a bit. If a card's banished face down, then you block one of your opponent's zones. Throughout the combo, you block 3 zones. Throughout the standard combo, you block 3 zones on your opponent's turn, and then you block 2 more, or you block 3 of their zones on your turn, and then you block 2 more of their zones on your opponent's turn, and then beyond that, you can like start blocking the spell and trap zone as well. Really depends on the matchup. In back row matchups, you want to block their spell and traps. In other matchups, block their monsters.
Yeah.
And then this card's just insane. It's Macrocosmos on legs. It attaches stuff from the banish, and then you quick effect detach 3, banish 1 face down. This card is phenomenal. Mind Hacker, this is for ripping the extra deck, and this is to help them banish a lot of cards. I actually won a game today because this, in addition, really it was just mainly this. Throughout the game, I banished the opponent's deck face down. Because whenever cards banish face down, then you make your opponent banish cards off the top of their deck face down up to the number that they already have. So it just keeps stockpiling on itself. So I milled my opponent out with that. That usually doesn't happen, but it's funny that you can do that. And the rest is just kind of toolbox. We play the Draco Sack to help pop cards on the field and to help survive if your opponent only kills through battle or destruction effect. Big Eye to take stuff. Expertly Happiness. I found out I have a secret rare, a collector's rare apparently. I have no idea where I got that. This is just Dark Ruler on legs, basically, if that ever comes up. I actually don't even know how to say this, so I'm not even gonna try it. This
Number 76.
Yeah. Steals cards out the graveyard. Time. Double Zeus because you have to, because your opponent's gonna rip this if you're only playing the 1, and you actually have it stolen out from you. And we don't like Ibli, so we play this to be able to out that, and then we don't like Contact C, so be able to get rid of that.
That's awesome, dude.
And side deck, I can show that real quick. Also sort of thrown together, but always room to improve. The 3 Book of Eclipse, this is for the mirror match, and this is just for helping break boards in general. Just put all your opponent's stuff face down and you can clear the board pretty easily. Lightning Storm and Feather Duster because we do not like back row whatsoever. Change of Heart is not only hilarious in the mirror, but helps break a lot of other boards. Just take their stuff and do whatever you want. Crash it, link it off for the Donner for Hire. In the mirror, use it as your own. It's great. And going first options, Old Man Say No because we don't like board breakers. Macro because if shifter is not enough, and Konami decided that this being a 3 was a good idea. I disagree, but here we are. And then nice board breaker you got.
Alright, man, I like that, Porter. I like that. Well, look, that was a deck, dude, and you said you went 4-1 with it, right?
X-1.
X1, got you. Yeah, we had a 5 round today, so X1. And that was a perfect 40, correct?
That is 40, yes.
Okay, perfect.
Gonna be doing a lot more work on this because we just threw this together today, so we're gonna see what we can do with it.
Oh yeah, next week, Mr. Smooth will be back on the channel. Well, look, dude, thank you for letting me do your profile, and also congratulations again for topping out our locals. Thanks everyone for watching the video. Comment, like, subscribe, and until next time, catch you guys later.
Subscribe to both All Pure Yu-Gi-Oh! And Mr. Smooth.
Mr. Smooth, All Pure Yu-Gi-Oh! I love the sound of that. You guys take care, guys.